Welcome back to the show, my friend.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm good.
How you
I'm
doing,
good. You've been
Sean?
on. I'm good. Good. Many times. Finally got to meet in person. I want to thank you again. Really
Yeah,
good show. Really good show.
yeah,
Um,
cool, thank you. Mohegan Sun. There's a
yeah,
lot of people there.
it was. I had never been in the patio. I'm like, how big can it be for them? I mean, is it gonna be big enough for you? Yeah, I was surprised because I didn't expect to be that. I'm like, it didn't make sense to
Yeah,
me because I'd never been on it. I'm like, a patio doesn't sound very big,
yeah, yeah,
but it
yeah,
filled up fast.
yeah. There was a few thousand out there,
That was nice.
like 4,000. So it was
And it
nice.
really wasn't as super advertised either. So even you guys drew a good number in for that show.
Yeah, well, we put it out on social media,
Okay.
and uh, and they built the field, and people came.
It was a fun
So
crowd too. It really was. It was a
yeah,
very, very intense Buckcherry crowd actually too. Because usually when you go to a show, you don't know what you're going to get. It was a
mm-hmm.
very Buckcherry crowd, which is nice
Yeah,
to see. Like that, like it's a strong, you know,
yeah.
group of
Well, it was
people.
an evening with, so there was no opener,
Hmm.
and it was advertised just Buckcherry, so all that was there with Buckcherry fans. It was awesome.
Oh man, it was.
Yeah, let's talk. Well, why don't you ask? Let me know what you think. Shoot me some questions.
I got some.
That's why I'm
I
here.
obviously, I dig it. I think you guys have. I think you guys have always been putting out very strong albums. I think since you know very strong and they're very good rock albums. This is very much in the vein of what you've been doing, just consistently keeping it short, tight,
Yeah,
no fat, like 31 minutes long, chock full of
yeah.
riffs.
I think what Josh likes to do is do 10-song albums. He's fixated on 10 songs. So uh what we used to do was we would write and demo all year long, on the road, in hotel rooms, do it here. Um, and then we would take them to Marti Frederiksen,
Yep.
and we would write some more, and whittle all that down. We would do like 20, 30 songs, and then we'd whittle that down to 10. Now I think our music language is so efficient that we just we tour, and we think about touring, keep our mindset there, and then towards when we know we're making a record, we'll take a month and go to Nashville, and we rewrite, and then we take another month and record, and mix and master, and then it's all ready to go. It's a pretty streamlined process that doesn't take as much time as it used to.
The songs though are so concise. There's so much guitar work in it.
Yeah.
Like I figured, I mean, the amount of time you say you take writing, I figured it'd be a lot longer. Like the layering,
uh,
the noodles, the
yeah.
layer, it's really good. I mean, it's a lot of
I
guitar in it. I had to listen to it a few times to get all the little bits and
I think,
pieces.
well, we're definitely, me and Billy and I, we're guitar fans. We're historians. We like at least the rock and roll side of it, and we
Mhm.
really love what we do. And Marti is a very musical uh, producer, and is a guitar player. He's a drummer originally, but he understands the guitar, and production and layering, and creating space, and then and all the bells and whistles. So I think we have a good team, and uh we give a lot of room. We give the lane to the other guy a lot. Um and then I hog up a lane, myself. I like to put in all these little nuances. But yeah, we love what we do, you know. It's a guitar
Well, as a
rock
guitar player,
band.
I that's what I love about it. I
Yeah.
mean, to me, I had listened
Yeah.
to it a few times, like, oh, I missed that. I missed that. You know what I mean? There's so much in
Yeah,
there, and I'm
yeah.
like, what tone are you using?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what guitar were you using? I mean, what were you using for that? Were you switching out between guitars? Because you had a really good specific tone in this
Uh
album. That was really good.
yeah, the bulk of it is on a 68 Les Paul Custom.
Mhm.
Then I layered tellies in there for, it was told to me years ago, like when I was very, very much into photography, there's no one camera that does it all for you. And
Mhm.
it goes the same for guitar. Um, I think the Les Paul has been my mainstay for years and years. Before that, it was an SG. But when it comes to the studio, there's some clean parts that you might want to use a Strat or a Tele.
Mhm.
There's bells and whistles that we use Strats or Teles, or even types of songs that aren't as driven or as heavy. We'll use more of a 335 type of sound. Um, but the bulk of what we do is done on Les Paul. And then for Billy, he's got his own rock and roll relics uh, that are monstrous. I'm still leaning on him to get my signature model. You know,
Well, because
so
he's done some work for you, some guitars for you, right? He's built some
with
stuff for
that,
you already. He's already built some
yeah,
guitars for you though, right?
yeah. But we auctioned that one off. Um, but yeah, like he just did. Well, uh, Dave over there, he
Hmm.
helped build this Frankenstein, and it's got FU tone on it. Uh, it's got a David Allen Hellcat, um, and then yeah, it's got the whole system in the back there, the big block.
Yeah.
Um, I've been really into Charvels lately, so um, building this has been really a fun project, But yeah, rock and roll relics, and then he's got another uh, that he built for me, and that is but that was sold a few months back. I think it was late last year sometime. But
You
yeah,
had two guitars though. Well, we're talking about guitars for a minute. That you played with that night at the
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Tell me
I
about those guys.
did.
It's very cool. Speaking of Charvel, was
Yeah.
it one of them with Charvel?
Um, I'd like to thank Mike Tempesta over at Charvel. I was doing a show, a last minute. It was a memorial show um, at the Whiskey with Michael Starr from Steel Panther. We were doing
Yeah.
Van Halen songs, and I didn't really have a guitar with a Floyd on it, and
Hmm.
so he sent me over this to go use over there,
Very cool. Yeah.
and so yeah, it's a San Dimas Pro Mod, uh, and I've since re-outfitted it with FU tone. Thank you, Adam. Uh, Trem system. So this thing is a monster,
It is. It
and
sounded great live. It sounded
in a
great.
shredder. And then
This one surprised
this
me.
one. This
I was
one
like,
is one of Warren DeMartini's backup guitars from the mid 2000s, but it's not the original, obviously. The original has a neck pickup put in there, but yeah, this was his, and it's a shredder, and yeah,
I love
yeah,
seeing that. I was like, no way. I just saw him. I just saw Warren play it not too long ago. I
yeah,
think he actually had that guitar. So seeing you having your own
yeah,
version of it was pretty awesome to see that out
yeah,
there.
yeah. I want to thank Sean for that one. and he's Rabbit Rock on Instagram. Go visit him. He's a
People check it out.
shredder also. Yeah.
They
So
they
yeah.
they sounded great live, and you sounded great live. You were
Thanks.
crushing it that night. I mean, it was really you're just out of
Yeah.
control.
Well, thanks. Yeah. I again, I love what I do. I still love guitar like I did when I was a kid. So when I'm on the road, I still like to play and practice all day long. It's not even warming up for an hour before the show. I'll literally start. I'll pick up the guitar around after my workout or after I have lunch, and I'll just sit and I'll warm up, and then I'll go through the
Mhm.
songs, and then I'll work on new stuff. Um, so yeah, it's it's something I love. I mean, I haven't gotten rid of any of the Les Pauls or anything like that, but when I try a new guitar, uh, I just when I play different guitars, I play differently. What I choose
Mhm.
to go after, and like I was playing this telly here for a while, and I like to keep it fresh that way. That way I stay interested and it's fun, and um, I just love guitar. So.
I would think it maybe helps influence you or inspire you when you're writing a song to approach
Hmm.
it differently, so you don't feel like you're writing the same song with the same guitar, the same tone. To feel like you're branch out.
Essentially, I have, yeah, I have been for years. It's AC/DC has written, arguably the same kind. They haven't diverted from
Yes,
their recipe, and
agreed.
it's
And
really
no one disagrees with that.
and people still love it.
Yeah.
It's just all variation. They're not reinventing the wheel. But and I don't think, not that we're AC/DC, but we aren't either. So we're not trying to do a different version of Buckcherry. We're doing what's natural to us.
Hmm.
And it's just like this album. Like people say, what were you going for on this album? And it's not that we are going for anything on this except for writing great songs. Um, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just just creating more art, more fun, more energy, not trying to change it.
No, but I think with Josh's singing and his vocal capability, the way he sings allows you a little more flexibility than say AC/DC sound, which has more of a
Hmm.
standard sound.
Yeah,
Just I love them. I love you guys at AC/DC, but I'm saying for
yeah,
songs, you guys do see venture a little bit further out, which I appreciate. As a band for
yeah,
songs, because
yeah,
his vocal ability is a little different for melodies.
yeah. Yeah, he's definitely put in a lot of time, and his voice has changed over the years.
Hmm.
And it's all been about adapting and then pressing forward, you know. So, which
He
I
is such a
think
dancer too on stage. Sorry, I mean, except for you.
a James Brown,
Yeah, I said
kind
okay.
of
You're right. That's cool. That's way
he
cooler.
I think he gets a lot from Prince. He gets a lot from James Brown. Uh, so yeah, I mean that's just his way of
I
expressing,
enjoy it. That little dance he does. I enjoy that. It
Yeah,
always makes me smile.
yeah,
He's got a groove.
yeah. Me
Uh,
too. Me too. There's no one like him. So
no. He also sounded fantastic too while we're talking about it. He
yeah,
sounded great. He had the moves. But all you guys, but on a serious note, you guys were full energy. You had a couple moves you guys did together. You guys worked the stage together well. All the little slides you do.
yeah,
But you guys also
yeah,
worked spontaneously and crossed paths with each other, all of you guys, without bumping into
yeah,
each other. Like you guys could feel each other
yeah.
besides musically, performance
Hmm.
wise, the live show.
Yeah.
You guys worked together too as a
I
band.
I think
So,
we came from a time that you had to know how to play before you got on stage,
mhm.
and you had to know how to sing before you got on stage. And then it was also a time that um y- y- I think people came to shows to watch interesting shows or
Yeah.
interesting people to them. So I saw this reel on Instagram the other day that people this guy was kind of coaching new performers, and he's like, people are coming to the show to see performers. They're coming to the show to see rock stars. So go ahead and, you know, let loose. Go ahead
Yeah.
and give them a show. And I don't know that we're at this point purposely doing any of that, but I think that's just what comes natural to you know, once you put the guitar
Yeah.
on, or once, you know, the lights go on and you're on stage. I think that's just the kind of high energy uh, that we bring.
Yeah. I think some bands you can't be jumping around. Whereas somebody else, you guys are all over the stage. It makes it more exciting to not be just staring at one
Yeah,
thing, especially
yeah,
with the
yeah,
music you're doing, because you can't
yeah,
kind of sit still. It's too tough.
yeah,
It's too much going
yeah,
on. The song list and the set list for the show, and
yeah.
we're talking about the album now too at the same time. Incorporating a lot of these new songs, they fit perfectly with it because it's got the same crunch and sound. I mean, you're swapping out your guitar
Mm,
probably because I don't know, obviously your strings and just this is not only the sound, but
yeah,
making sure you're in tone and
yeah,
stuff. But you stuck with the two
yeah,
guitars all night and the
yeah.
sound.
Hmm. I mean, I could
Josh, you
get
still writing those songs? Okay.
you know, I could stick with one guitar all night. But sometimes, you know, like I'm beating on the thing so much, and I don't have a quick second to tune my guitar. I just want to grab one because I'm kind of doing the
Because you
segue
can.
music
Yeah.
underneath. Or there's a different tuning, you know, like for me, you know, like Billy does the majority of all the different tunings.
Hmm.
Um, I just have to switch guitars when there's a drop D. So
Is Josh still doing all the songs list before the show?
yeah, that's his thing. So we have, I don't know, I'd say three, maybe four different set lists at the beginning of the tour. What he likes to do, depending on how he's feeling or how many shows we've done that week,
Mhm.
or where we're playing, is what he'll pick. He has certain songs. There's certain songs that are always going to be in the set, like "Lit Up" and
Right.
"Crazy Bitch" and "Sorry" and "Riding." We do the obvious songs, and then it's kind of put those in those places,
Right.
and then we have the new songs from the new album that, okay, we've released three of them already, so let's put those in there somewhere, two or three of them. And then it's also we have, you know, 10 other albums
Yeah.
to choose from, so we pick the songs that were or Josh picks the songs that were more, let's say, more visible. So Gluttony from
Yep.
Confessions.
That was fun to hear.
Yeah, yeah. So um say Fuck It, you know,
Yep.
from the F album, or uh Somebody F'd with Me. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
It's fun. Do you guys how many songs you guys have to learn to be ready for that for each like for the
Oh,
tour?
I mean, I don't have I don't think anyone has to learn any, but there's, let's say, 15. You know, we keep it around. There's an hour 15 on stage, and there's probably a half hour more material that he interchanges with
Okay.
the set. So I don't know. There, depending on the tour, there'd be 25 songs rotating around. We're blessed to have had a long career, and been that's afforded us the opportunity to put out new music and tour on it. So there's 11 albums. There's a live album. There's actually some Christmas music, um,
Those little mini EPs.
mini EPs. With at one point, I think in around 2015, 16, we did a singles club. There's a lot of Buckcherry material out there, you know, through
I
the
think it's
years.
fun
But
though.
the careers, I've been in the band since for 20 years now, just a little over. But the bands have been around since 98, 99. So that's a long time, and we've been lucky enough to have put out music.
And you had three singles in it, and it felt like everybody knew the words to all three singles with
Yeah,
everything
that I
you were
mean, well,
playing.
I think
I,
that's an indicator.
that's pretty fantastic.
That's an indicator for me. That's an indicator that we did our job. So as songwriters, you want to have something hooky, memorable, something that you can sing along to. In the rock and roll business,
Right.
like you want to be able to play this live and have them sing along. And I call those God moments, when we're playing and the crowd is a big crowd, and if you hear them singing along or see them really connecting. um we have a song called Come On, and
Yep.
that's a brand new one. And unless you're following Buckcherry on social media, you wouldn't have heard it. But by the first chorus, they're singing along. Songs like Sorry, I've seen people out there that are connected in a way that they start to get emotional, you know. So
Yeah.
it's all good stuff, like in the marketplace. It's the landscape has changed a lot for us, but when we're playing a show and we're having that kind of reaction, um I know that uh we're still in it. We're still doing good. It's not like we threw in three and see what stuck. We
Right.
would try one, and like we open with Roar Like Thunder, and
Good opener.
it's got that high energy that people react to, and so we put it out there, and they had a great reaction, so we kept that in the set. And then Come On, we tried adding that, and that was good, so we rotate that one. It's not every night, but
Yeah.
we play it most nights. And then Set It Free, that was another one that the energy, it's not like a high BPM, so it's not grabbing you
Mhm.
and pulling you in right away. It's a kind of a more of a build and slow burn, um, more melodic. And yeah, by the first chorus, everyone's singing along. So we rotate that one. So sometimes it's all three, you know, and even
That's a pretty cool thing.
Let It Burn. We've tried Let It Burn, and that's another burner. So, you know, no pun
Problem is, you got
intended.
too many good songs that are live. You
Yeah,
know,
it's a quality.
you got too many songs that are.
It's a quality problem for sure to have too many songs and not enough time. You know.
Well, if this is a fan though, you rotate it out. They can come see you 2 or 3 nights in a row, and then you get different
Mhm.
sets.
Yeah.
That
Hmm.
that as a fan is fun. Instead of the same song, the same singing, the same everything, that gets kind of boring. For some of
Yeah.
these does multiple
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
This the song Blackout. That
Yes.
I know that's a different. I'm sure people have already started talking about it. The guitars in that sound is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. I think it's maybe the groovier, soulful side of Buckcherry, but we've played plenty of songs like that in the past, or written songs like that in the past. Um, and Crazy Bitch is the groovier,
Hmm.
more soul. I mean, it's still a rock song, but all of them are rock songs. But Blackout is definitely a favorite of mine, standout track on the album. I mean, I love them all. Like
Yeah,
it's like,
of course. But I was saying, there's something fun about Blackout.
yeah.
The guitar on that really to me, I'm like, really grabs me.
Hmm.
It's a fun sound you
Hmm.
guys have on that. You know,
Yeah, yeah. And the
it,
subject matter,
of course. I mean,
is classic. It's no secret that we've all had complicated past with drugs and alcohol.
right.
So at least in this band, and this kind of recalls all of that. So it's funny. Although I wasn't much of a Blackout, I wish I was. Um, I don't have a great memory, but I do remember like a lot of the dumb stuff that I
Dumb
did,
stuff.
but that I've had to make amends for. But
But it's a good song, and some of the lyrics are fun because it's tongue in cheek, like it's a push pull thing in some point where it feels like it's celebrating getting messed up. But then he's got some lyrics in
mhm.
there where it's like, not really, and it's
Yeah,
fun because
yeah.
it kind of pulls you
I
in,
don't
like you're not expecting that.
I don't think I don't think he ever this is just my interpretation of it. I haven't really talked to him about the motivation or the impetus of each song, but um I don't think he ever glorifies uh the that part of the addiction or drinking and using. But there are some songs that he does definitely uh celebrate the fun we had out there, you
Yeah.
know, like the house parties and the camaraderie and the connections that we made out there, you know, the
Well, the
fun.
fans are still there's still fans out there that are getting drunk and doing it, and maybe they didn't go to the same extent. So to them, it's maybe not as heavy hearing that
Sure.
song Blackout because they didn't lose everything. So I don't think he's
Yeah,
celebrating in a
yeah,
way.
yeah,
I just he's sharing
yeah,
the experience. I'm saying,
yeah, yeah,
but
for
the way he
sure.
writes it, it's kind of fun where he does like a push pull thing where 1 minute it could be mean this, but the next minute
Yeah,
kind of takes away
yeah,
from it. I kind of appreciate that, but also the guitar
cool.
sound just I really love on that. It's
Yeah,
fantastic. How
yeah.
many singles do you think you guys are going to do for this album? Because I mean, you're just starting out and you've already got three
Um,
singles.
Usually we do like you know, like we haven't gone to radio in years. It's all been going direct to consumer through
Mhm.
social media. And what we usually do is 3 or 4 videos. So if that constitutes as a single, then we'll do 3 or 4. Um, who knows? We might even do more videos. Uh, it's just, you know, I think we're all getting used to how to promote music
Mhm.
online without the help of a major label, without going to radio, because it's so not necessary in this day and age. I feel like a lot of musical groups or singers can do it, grassroots it, and have a great career as long as they have a good team behind them. I don't think we've gone to radio since 2017. So Josh and I had a separate band, Josh Todd and the Conflict. That didn't go to radio. Then after that, Buckcherry, we did an album called War Paint, and that didn't go to radio either.
No.
So um, this album didn't go to radio, and it went to number 2 in UK, and 2 in Japan. Uh, let's see, and I think it's you know like 3 on the rock charts in the US, and 9. The album is on at 9. Um, so I
Good.
think
That's
we've
congrats.
you know, yeah, I think through time, um, you know, we're just getting used to the marketing environment. You know, we're just trying to see where we fit in, and and what that translates into, like um as far as tickets, and our you know, everywhere we play seems to be full, you know. And
Yeah.
my dog is dreaming again. Hang on. Hey, hey. um so yeah, I think it's all just, you know, how your
Right.
career ebbs and flows, you know. As you know, we're really lucky that we still get to do this after 20 years, after 25 years, job for Josh. So yeah, we'll see what
Very
then
cool.
the next year holds, you know.
Well, I think radio was always picky about what band and what year, so you could never depend on them. And I think you've one of the top bands who've really been able to control your own career now moving forward, which is great. And it's kind of,
Yeah. I mean, it's not, it's a lot of trial and error. You know, there's a lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas back, I don't know, before we had our manager Larry Mazer. He's we call him the Miracle Man. He's come through with a lot of situations that we were just floored on how they materialized. Also, Andrew Goodfriend. Andrew Goodfriend has been a beacon of light in our rock and roll careers. So he's both of them have been keeping this freight train moving forward for a long time. So we're very grateful.
Well, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to thank you for coming on. I mean, you've been on before. We talked a lot about albums. It's always a pleasure to
Yeah.
talk to you and support you guys. You know, being
Well,
a
thanks
big
for
fan of
having
you.
me. We should
Thank you.
check in again at the end of summer and see
Yeah,
how all this how it all turned out. You
I
know.
will be following
Yeah.
following along. I want to encourage people, if you haven't heard the album, get it, buy it, stream it, wherever you can get it
Yes,
from,
sir.
and see him live. It is quite a show. Quite a show. And as you've
Yes.
heard, you don't know songs you're going to get. So don't be thinking you can get every song
Yeah. Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you,
You're
man. I
gonna get an
appreciate it.
hour, at least an hour and 15, hour and a half of high
Sweat,
energy rock and
sweat.
roll. Yeah.
A lot of